everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have yet another post kit review. Now this is the Luna Moth Witch. I had actually started it last year during the Drills and Chills, which is around Halloween, and I just didn't finish it. Broke it out because I was like, well, it's already kitted up, and decided to keep going with it and finished it pretty quickly. I mean, it only had 40 colors, so it wasn't a ton. It was very light on the ABs, so that made it go a little quicker. Sometimes with ABs, you know, depending on what material you're using, wax-wise and putty-wise, it can slow you down. This did have 2 fairy dust diamonds, though, and those were plentiful. A lot of the light green and all of this white is fairy dust, so I do like the fairy dust. They add that extra little sparkle, but they're not as temperamental as the ABs. The only issue is you don't see them as well as the ABs when you're looking for that sparkle. But a lot of the ABs are here in the wings of the butterfly. Oh, can we catch it? Probably not. Fairy dust, these little whites everywhere are all fairy dust. But yeah, I mean, it is beautiful. Look at this thing. Isn't that gorgeous? And just all this hair. Some random ABs like in her hair for some reason, just in this one spot. They worked great in the moths, I guess. I shouldn't call them butterflies, but I mean, this one was really pretty. The outlining worked well. It is a square drill. I'm starting to get used to squares finally and enjoy them. All the squares on this one fit really tightly and nice. Another painting I just started, the squares are very loose, but I had looked it up and I read that a lot of the older kits, and that one I'm working on right now is an older one, they weren't as tight fitted, so I'm assuming that's part of the issue. But it's a little frustrating, especially because I just did this kit and every square just perfectly went together, and you get that satisfying crunch when they they go together. But yeah, so working off of this one and now moving to that older one, I'm like, oh, well, this sucks. But I finally picked up a groove with square. All this white here is all fairy dust. I mean, there was tons of fairy dust diamonds placed everywhere in this kit. I will admit her skin was kind of weird. She was very, very pink. I don't know. I think I would have rather liked to see something a little different. I know she's supposed to be glowing off of this like moon that she's holding here, but I don't know. Her skin just was kind of odd, the way they did the rendering and the coloring. I mean, very pink, and then you just go like, you know, white to a peach color. Right here you got peach and then pink. It just was a little weird. But when you look at it from far away, it looks pretty. It's just up close, you're like, ugh, what is that? And then of course just the outlining was a little too much, and it definitely came off jagged in some spots. And then I had noticed like her finger here, the line just kind of, her finger got cut off. But other than that, it was really fun to work on this kit. I was glad I finished it, especially because it had been kitted up and sat there since October. So yeah, I was excited to finally get through it. It was a lot more brown than I had thought it would be. Just in the picture it seemed like it'd be more blacks and greens, but yeah, the whole background is just tons of different browns. And then when you get to like her hat, this was literally all 310. not a tiny variation whatsoever, all 310. So that part was kind of funny, but I do love the greens. I think it all works really well. Now this is a 22 by 30, but it's actually not that big. It is big, but it just didn't feel that big. It went by pretty quick. And I think it's just because I got into a groove, and this did have a lot of color blocking, not a ton of confetti. So I think that's one of the reasons I finished it so quickly. But overall, I think this was a really fun kit to play around with. I'll leave a link in the description below. I don't remember if this one is still in stock. You can always put the little waitlist thing, so it'll email you when it is back in stock, but definitely recommend this one if you haven't snagged it already. Love to know if any of you have worked on this kit yourself. if it's in your stash, or if it was one you were planning to buy. I always like to hear what people are thinking or planning on buying. But yeah, overall, I was pretty impressed with this one. I really liked it. Love the colors. I love the fairy dust diamonds just because they go down so much easier than ABs. And yeah, I don't think I would change a ton outside of maybe if I were to customize this one, I'd come back in with some more ABs in her hair. But that's really about it. It's really pretty. What I've been thinking of doing is giving away some of my finished diamond painting kits just because I'm running out of places to store them. And I don't want them to just sit there and collect dust. It's not like adult coloring where you can put it in a book and put it on a bookshelf. These take up a lot of real estate in your house. So I think I might go through all my completed ones and start doing giveaways for those who want the completed one to hang on their wall. I've only got so many kids with walls that they want paintings on, and my art studio is full, so I definitely need to unload these. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for another post-kit review, and until next time, take care. Bye now.